Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time again. There's another Thornton Township meeting with none other than your favorite girl, the huskiness, the raspy Tiffany Henyard, folks. Everybody clap it up for her, ladies and gentlemen. Now, one thing I will say about this thing so far is it was odd because there's usually an official Thornton Township live stream that goes up when they have this type of a meeting, but this time I couldn't find it. Each time I looked for it, I had to go through another outlet to get to the meeting. So with that being said, shout out to Burgundy Blue Commentary. I got it from them because I couldn't find the original upload. It's very odd, very strange, you would say, that, they just strangely didn't personally stream their meeting. I could be wrong. There could be a stream out there now, but at the time of recording this video, I couldn't find a single official live stream of the Thornton Township meeting. But anyways, let's get into this. There are a few things that take place, and it really shows the mindset of Tiffany right now, and she's panicking. We can fast forward this if you just wanted to leave the video from here. She storms out like big time. She just storms out mid-meeting abruptly. But we're going to take our time, and we're going to get there to some of the reasons that made her storm out. So first of all, we're going to start with, approving the budget. And she's going to have a few words, and you can feel the frustration from within. Run the clip.
Next on the agenda is approval of bills. Is there a motion to approve the general fund? Is there a second? Is there a second? Second. Call the roll.
Trustee Gray Everett? Trustee Carlisle?
No.
Trustee Gonzalez?
No.
Trustee Jones? Supervisor Henyard?
Yes.
Typo?
All right.
That's a typo.
Okay. Anybody want to pay bills?
Okay, so usually she tries to kind of like make them out to look like the bad person. She does. She does her usual tactics, but it seems particularly hateful this time around because when she goes, it's almost like she's trying to force them into saying yes and voting for these bills. And they tell her specific things that they're going to want, specifically. And it's almost like she just ignores the entire issue, and then she'll just say something completely opposite and act like they're not understanding when she's the one choosing to not have any understanding. But let's continue.
Y'all pay nobody? Y'all want to give the public a reason why we're not paying bills tonight?
Well, for me, I like to say, so I think at some point in time, there needs to be inclusion, equity, and compromise from the administration. I know we did send over some ordinances that didn't get placed on the agenda, and those ordinances were put in place, and we're even creating ordinances at this point.
We have bills,
Okay, right, but you asked me a question.
About bills.
Right, and I'm giving my response.
right, fix the agenda.
That's what I'm doing. Do you want a response or not?
I do, but I want to talk about ordinance.
Okay, so
Do you notice how she's like creating enemies at Thornton Township? She's creating enemies at City of Dalton. Like, this is her Kiana Belcher over here at Thornton Township. I swear to God. Like, everything, like, she's going to run out of supporters. And all these little fickle people who support her, like the Keith Prices and, what's his name? I wrote his name down. Robert. He's the one that kind of helps with the accounting and stuff. I'm not saying he's really on her side. He's just trying to do his job. But all these people who are behind her, they're eventually going to leave her, bro. They don't have loyalty to her. They have loyalty to what's going good for them at the time. Honestly, I think the most loyal person, ironically, to her is Theodis, her boyfriend, who dresses like he's a 25-year-old. He dresses like he's younger than me in matching ass cap and shirt and pants and matching Jordans, and like, come on, bro. Someone spell out midlife crisis without saying midlife crisis. But anyways, shout out your boy Theodis. But that's probably the only person she's gonna have in her corner at the very end. Let us continue though.
And so it was to put organization and structure and responsible spending in place. And since those ordinances were not placed on the agenda, I don't feel comfortable supporting the spending. So once the ordinances are put in place and supported, I'll feel more comfortable if there's structure, organization, and
Now let me back up what she's saying. So it's basically like little guidelines, rails to show how they spend things. But let me back it up so we can understand. I was talking too much. Little rewind ski real quick. Check it out.
that's what I'm doing. Do you want a response or not?
I do, but I wanna talk about ordinance, talk about
Okay,
business.
so again, it was to put, organization and structure and responsible spending in place. And since those ordinances were not placed on the agenda, I don't feel comfortable supporting the spending. So once the ordinances are put in place and supported, I'll feel more comfortable if there's structure, organization, and, a limit set and it's forced, not forced, but just enforced that there's responsible spending with the township funds. So that's why I'm not supporting the bills.
Okay, where is it not responsible spending? You need to point it out, because you saying that and have no evidence of that, you just saying things. So tell the public where you see that there's no responsible spending.
But you understand the problem with this, right? The problem with this is that she's asking, where do you see the irresponsible spending? And then we're over here saying we can't even see the spending because you're giving us little bits and pieces of information. Oh, talk to me in the call. Talk to me over here. Talk to Keith Price. Listen, their main thing is word of mouth. This administration, their favorite thing in the world is word of mouth. And later on, I quote, well, I'm not quoting, but I'm paraphrasing what the same woman is saying. She was saying that the private conversation is not working and she wants email correspondence between them with the bills and what they're going to do and how things are going to be done. The fact that everything for this administration is word of mouth, oh, just talk to so-and-so, talk to so-and-so, there's no accountability there. And that's exactly what she's saying. There's no accountability because it's all word of mouth. We're getting bits of information. Just email it. But we're going to get into the whole email problem in a minute. Let's continue this thing on.
All department heads, for the record, that people that don't know how this works, every bill that come on here comes from a department head. She knows that. So if they have a question, they ask the question, they answer the questions. So their job as trustees is to legislate. They come up here and they say yes or no. But when you say no, give the reason for why you do not want to pay a bill that a department head paid for their department already. So
Can we have invoices and credit card statements?
you have all that. Hold on. Let me finish with her, then I'm gonna come to you. So can you please tell them where you see something that's wrong?
I just gave my statement.
No.
One thing I'm going to say about Gonzalez is I think he said he was running for mayor, but me personally, bro, I don't think he's going to win mayor. He's too much of I don't know how to explain him, but he seems like he would be one of those mayors that is on some bullshit. And I'm not putting it on him. Maybe he's an amazing person, but the way he tries to, everybody makes Tiffany look bad, but the way in which he tries to make her look bad always seems to be to make himself look as good as he can for his own, his own little endeavors. So I'm just, every time he speaks up, I'm kind of curious. Like my little antennas go off because I'm like, I don't know about you. You might be just as bad as Henyard, bro. We don't know what you're really on, And honestly, we don't know that about most politicians, any politicians, to be honest. You just gotta go with it. You voted for them, shit.
No.
I asked for certain things that I did not receive, and again, I made my statement, and that's where I stand.
Okay. I'm calling.
Okay, so anyway, so she said she makes her statement. That's where she stands, and then she brings one of her boys up to the podium to explain the billing. And I'm not really gonna comment on this. I want you guys to tell me what you think. Do you think they're being transparent, or do you think they're doing things really shady, trying to seem like they're showing the bills and withholding a lot, or do you think this just incompetence of the board? But let's see what the financial half of things has to say.
If you have those emails,
Robert.
the public needs to know.
Robert, go
The
to
public needs to know that as well. Do you have those emails? I didn't think so.
Oh, it goes to me.
No, don't worry about it. I'm gonna address them in a minute. We gonna address them, but stop. You just chill out. We doing something right now. Robert Hunt, tell me what trustee, Carmen right here has been sending you emails.
She called him by his full name, Robert Hunt. Tell them what the fuck is going on, Robert? All right, Robert.
How many meetings she has counsel with staff that we have put in place, and she don't show up. Tell them the game that she is playing with Thornton Township. Her job is to come here and do her job, which is to make sure that they do the will of the people. You guys work for the people. And when y'all do the work, they should pay you. They should pay politics like they're doing. Please tell them, explain.
Definitely want to, what do I want to say? I guess we want to make sure there's better communication. Pardon me, set how we want to move going forward. I have email bills sometimes, but there are big files, and sometimes they are hard to download. So then we started printing bills, and then now it's like going back to email. But just if we can figure out what a consistent process of how we want to do it, I keep going forward doing that. I just
Bro. So we started emailing them, but the files are too big, which doesn't make any fucking sense. You're not sending videos. If anybody knows how sending emails are, you'll know that sending files, even very large ones, is not going to take that much space. It's not even going to take that long to upload. If you have any type of decent internet, you're uploading that fucking file pretty fast. It doesn't matter if it's 500 fucking pages. It's a file. It's not a video format. So that's bullshit. But let's continue.
This is all kind of new, but we are trying to pulling all the bills over 500 pages. So we are getting all information together. We have sent emails, and those are big files. So they're, I know you said that you couldn't download because it was kind of big. It was messing up. So then
Robert does do a good job at sending invoices via email, and I asked for invoices that were printed, and I don't want to receive any information printed. I want all communication to be transparent, and I want it to be a documented form of communication where I can go back and look at it if I need it. So Robert and the finance department does do a good job at sending over invoices that I asked for. So I'll make that clear.
So y'all see the mess. Did she just tell y'all she didn't get invoices?
I didn't get the invoices.
She get the invoice. Hold on. She get the invoices, and now you want to tell us how to get it to you. If he printed it, you have it. If you get an email, you have it. So as long as we giving you the documentation, your job is to go through it and make sure you're okay with it and ask questions before we get here. So we're not doing this for the public. That is the whole problem. And I don't know if you see that. Robert's being mouth with it. Robert need to tell you the truth. Robert, did she not ask you for it and you emailed it and then you printed it, correct?
Did you email it, Robert?
These bills the bills last week we emailed.
These bills for this.
But this means we just printed because when we emailed last week, when we emailed 2 weeks ago, there was difficulty for you to download.
That she said it was difficult for her
difficult download. So we're like, okay.
So yeah, gaslight. Put it on her. Remember, it was difficult for you. No. Just send it, bro. I mean, if you have the bill, if they're organized, the bill is right there in a pretty nice file. It's just a nice little beautiful file. You could click it and you could just send it and print it. Oh, it's hard for them to get because they're having issues downloading. We'll send it so there's transparency. They'll figure that out. And let's also print it, Come on, this is a bullshit excuse. Come on, brother. Come on.
So we did print 500 pages, provide to the clerk department, and just say it was available for you to pick up.
And then what did she do?
She did pick them up.
Mm-hmm.
And then she returned and said she would like them emailed to her.
Correct. So hold on.
She quickly realized, probably, I'm assuming, I don't know how she does business, but I'm assuming that she realized that for whatever reason it would be better to have such a document on a not a paper trail, but on an email that you could, pull up forward, send to somebody. But anyways, we have Keith Price kind of come up and glaze on Tiffany real quick, so let's hear what he has to say.
First of all, I want to be real clear. Robert doesn't even like the conflict that's going on. I don't like it either because once you start...
He just said, Robert doesn't even like the conflict that's going on. And then he caught himself, wait. None of us should like the conflict that's going on. See, this is a game for them, bro. They're trying to be the 1%ers. You know what I mean? They're trying to get all that money and just fuck the village. And the bigger Keith Price gets, the more you could tell they're getting that money. Because the more money they make, the bigger he is and the closer he is to a fucking heart attack. But anyways, I digress. He's over here saying that, oh, he doesn't even like the conflict. Bro, come on now. You know you like this. See, this is your time to shine.
I don't like it either because once you start saying people aren't giving you things, you're stating that I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do as well. And I take that personally. This is 2 weeks ago, as Robert stated, he emailed the trustee everything she wanted. She had a problem downloading. Robert said, hey, do you care if we print it off? I said, 60 ILCS states that if she wants to review bills and invoices, she is to set up a meeting with the clerk. I said, print it off. He said, I'll print it off, I'll give it to the clerk. Trustee came in. I just got this file from the deputy clerk. If you didn't see Mr. Moore, walk over there and grab it. This is the file that was printed out for her. Over 400, all the invoices, everything she asked for, everything. This is not small. Trustee Carlisle has been sending a plethora.
You know the way that he flips through the pages that you could really trust him, right? The way he just flips through it 2 times? Yeah. You can trust this guy. Certified, believable.
Of emails. Ever since I've known Trustee Carlisle, she has communicated with me via text message. From when she was setting up box giveaways to currently when I asked her, hey, trustee, and I sent all the trustees the same message. Is there anything you want to discuss, got a problem with the upcoming meeting so we can discuss it and not look like a fool for the public? I get an email saying I'm harassing her because I asked her that. I'm trying to be transparent and give her what she wants. These are all the bills that she picked up.
He really just is a fucking slug, bro. This guy sucks at every level. I mean, shit. Imagine his love life. And man, listen, imagine, must be a lonely place because he's so unlikable. That's the thing. He is the most unlikable piece of shit. Nobody would like this guy. Nobody would want to be around this guy. Anyways, we're skipping over him. He goes back and forth with this woman talking about emails, and then she brings up her main point about how things need to be left in a trail so that when time comes to go back to something, you can point directly at when, where, and how it got sent. Unlike, a piece of paper. But anyways, I'm going to move past, and we're going to see what Henyard had to say and what led Henyard to kind of end this shit. Let's continue.
So trustees, do y'all not want to vote for this? Because the work still need to get done. So what do you tell the resident? There's no such thing as table something that's in action right now. Grass are growing right now. Grass need to be cut right now. What is y'all plan? Because y'all don't run a day-to-day.
Well, that's kind of the problem. We're trying to figure this out in the middle of the thing.
No, this ain't trying to figure this out. It's been figured out. It was.
Exactly. It should have been done
Trustee,
before.
it was. And I just
Obviously
called
not.
you. Did you not have a conversation with Stan Brown?
I did.
Then did you not tell Stan Brown that you agree with this?
That's
To
what
put
I
some-
thought on the table.
No. That's
There's
not
more
what you told me.
information. There's other
Did
things
you
going
not
on.
tell him
There's
that
other
you were
things
okay
going
with
on
this?
since then.
Did you not tell him you was
Other
okay with
things
this?
going on since then. So
Trustee,
things
how
have
do the
changed.
grass get cut?
So things have
How do
changed.
the grass get cut? How do we do day to day?
Well, once
This
again,
is-
people
this
need to
is
come to
sad.
you.
This
People
is
need to
sad.
come to you. You're the
How
one
does
that's
this get us?
holding this up.
How does this
You're the
get
one
us?
that's holding.
And keep in mind, Tiffany Henyard and Stan Brown go back before politics was even a fucking blooming idea. Before that was even a seed in her brain. She was over there with Good Burger. If you look at it, I don't know why I stumbled right there. If you look at one of Hannibal's videos, he even goes through how nasty the place was. She was over there running a crappy, nasty-ass burger joint, bro. A roachy-ass burger joint, more than likely. I'm not going to put that on her, allegedly. But, who was there? Stan Brown. So, if you're noticing this, she really has her inner circle, bro. Everybody around her. If they're around her and they're close to her, they probably have some type of history with her, So I remember a few meetings ago, Stan Brown had stood up and it seemed like he was there for the people and he was asking questions that the people wanted. But who knows? That could have just been a whole trick, That could have been some grandstanding through Tiffany. Who knows, honestly. all I could say is those two go back. So anything relating to him and her, I'm inclined to believe that he's going to go for her side every time.
Things up, they need to come to you.
Trustee, how do we get the grass cut?
We should have been discussing
I
this
didn't
in
even
February.
answer. I just need to answer.
We should have been discussing
How
this in
do
February.
we get the job done? How do we get it cut?
That's the problem.
How do we get it cut, trustee?
That's the problem.
If you're not gonna allow contractors or people to come in to cut the grass, which you agreed to, why aren't
I
we
think we
getting the
need
grass
to, I
cut?
think we need to discuss these, ordinances, and then we can take these next.
Trustee, this is what's on the agenda. You gotta stick to the
That's why
agenda.
we're taking.
The
it.
agenda
Because we
right
need to
now.
They're talking about fucking grass. Again, folks, fucking grass. Multiple trustees have talked about these ordinances that they want to put in place. The ordinances didn't even get put on the agenda. She was not having that. She was not hearing that. She really tries to rigidly set her schedule in and not let anybody mess it up. If anybody swerves out of her direction, she's going to blow up. Because if people do swerve out of the direction of her meeting, it's going to start to expose her bullshit. And the more and more she does bullshit, the harder it is to hide. So, it's a vicious cycle. But anyways, let's get to the part to where she acts like a fucking child and storms out.
It'll all come out. It'll all come out very soon. And a lot of things will come out very soon
Time up.
that people do. Thank you very much.
All right, let's end a public comment. Is there a motion to adjourn? Is there a second? Y'all will go on.
I have a couple comments real quick. Questions, comments.
Trustee,
Will the clerk's office still have the bills to be reviewed?
trustee,
Yes.
we can deal with that after we're done.
No, we can.
That was
I'm
up
asking a
top.
question
You
right
had
now.
something to say, you
I have a
better
question right now.
Again, for the record, we will give you.
See, she wants the motion to adjourn. He wants to ask questions, right? She hits him with the trustee. Trustee, we're done. You thought this was a democracy? This is a dictatorship. We are fucking done, trustee.
It's already there.
It's there.
So,
They have it.
is it a motion?
So you just took it from them though.
Is it a
So
motion?
are you gonna give it back?
I took it.
It's right there. It's right there.
Call the
So they don't have it.
They can have it. They don't have it.
And have it, but they don't.
Now, if you hear very closely, she says, call the roll, or whatever the fuck she's saying. Call the roll, or whatever. I don't even know what the fuck she says, but call the whatever, right? And then she whispers over, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. She doesn't want to, she's feeling that heat. Listen, the kitchen gets hot, folks. If you're not ready for that shit, get out. And that's exactly what she did.
No.
Is it a
So
motion?
are you gonna give it back?
I took
It's
it.
right there. It's right there.
Call the
So they don't have it.
They can have it. They don't have it.
And have it, but they don't.
Call the roll. Let's get out of here. Or let's go. Or let's something. She said to her partner next to her, since we're talking like since we're talking like Tiffany. But
Say something else. They don't have it.
I have a question. What's the process for ordinances being put on the agenda?
Trustee Carlisle.
What else?
Trustee Gray Everett.
she says
Trustee
whatever
Gonzalez.
and gets
No.
the fuck out.
Trustee Jones. Supervisor Henyard.
So you wanna go home? Yes, I'm ready to go. Thank
And
you.
answer questions.
Answer.
The public needs to know.
Answer it several times.
That's exactly what they need.
All right.
And then she walks out with her little fucking puppy dog, Theodis, Beodis, Meodis, whatever the fuck his name is. Bro, shit. How does it feel that your woman wears the pants in the relationship? That must be crazy, huh? Talking specifically to him. Shit, that must be crazy, huh, bro? How's it feel being your girlfriend's puppy dog? How's it feel that your main job is to be your girlfriend's bitch? That's your job, bro. Crazy, big dog. But anyways, folks, I'm going to hit you guys in the next one. I appreciate you guys for coming through, man. It's a good one. We're probably going to fuck around with it on stream, or this is after stream, so you'll see this after the stream. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay inside, stay safe. I love you guys. I'm out of here.